Okay, it's 12:31, so I think we'll go ahead and get started with our Economic Development Project Team meeting, the first one this year in the beautiful 2022. So we'll get started with the minutes. Commissioners, you have our minutes from our last meeting, which was December 7th. Do you have any questions or comments about those?
Oh.
All right, we'll receive them as written. Next, we'll go to discussion of strategy. So we have two items before us today. And the first one is around a brownfield plan for Union Suites. And then the second one will be the update on the Development Center report. So looks like Mr. Kluser will take it from here.
Good afternoon. I'll introduce this item briefly. So we do have a brownfield plan amendment that's been filed for 5 properties in the 600 block of Coit, as shown on this map here. This is an affordable housing project, and interestingly, it's right around the corner from a couple market rate development projects that we've supported in the past several years. So immediately to the east here is Clancy Apartments, and then just to the south is the Gateway at Belknap development. So market rate development first, and now this is an affordable housing project that's financed primarily by low-income housing tax credits that have been reserved for the project. The brownfield plan amendment, similar to other plans that have been approved for affordable housing projects, the purpose of this is to facilitate a grant for the project from the local brownfield revolving fund in an amount of approximately $345,000. The project itself is estimated to be about a $7.2 million construction project. It'll be a 3-story building. I'll show you some renderings here that will contain 52 affordable housing units. All available to households earning 60% of area median income or below. There are 23 1-bedroom, 27 2-bedroom, and 2 3-bedroom units proposed here. Project does qualify for the brownfield program because it is a facility, meaning it's contaminated. Specifically, there are metals in the soils at the property. Due care documentation and all of the necessary environmental evaluations have been completed. The specific costs proposed to be funded by the grant include environmental site assessment and due care activities, demolition, site preparation, and then soft costs and contingencies. As with all projects submitting applications for economic development support, there is an inclusion plan for this project, and the commitments for the project include 14% or just over $1 million for minority-owned contractors, 6% or $440,000 for women-owned, and 17% or about $1.2 million for micro-local contractors. This project is also right across the street from Coit Creative Arts Academy, GRPS School. GRPS has submitted a letter of support, and the developer has met with the neighbors of Belknap Lookout, and we have a letter of support on file from them as well. From a schedule perspective, after here, we would go to the Brownfield Authority later this month and then back to City Commission to schedule public hearings. Tom Ralston is here from Union Suites, and I'll invite him to come up at this time and provide a little bit more background and fill in any details I missed on the project.
Hi, welcome.
Thanks, Jono. Thank you all for the time and consideration. We're very happy to be in front of you all today. It's certainly been quite a journey. And our equity partner, Dwelling Place of Grand Rapids, wished that they could have attended this to participate, but we're otherwise occupied today. So we'll be speaking for the project. As Jono mentioned, affordable housing project, 600 block of Coit, 52 units. One thing I would like to clarify, we will be using what's called income averaging. Jono mentioned that all units will be affordable to 60% of the area median income, but this project actually goes above and beyond that. We have deep income targeting and we have income averaging built into our commitment to affordability for this project. What that means is we will be able to house members of the lowest income population, approximately 30% of the area median income. We have units set aside for 30%, and we have units set aside for 40%, 60%, 80%, thereby decentralizing poverty is the way that we present it. But anyway, just wanted to clarify that point. We have a very special architectural design that I hope everybody likes. The neighborhood really had an opportunity to make comment, and we arrived at this design because it mirrors the architecture of the school across the street, and we're very proud of what the Lot Metz team put together. They were involved in the area-specific plan for the Belknap Lookout, and so we felt a perfect choice to put together this design for us. You may, if you're looking at it, be wondering where are all the cars going to go? There is a subterranean parking structure that we're really proud of. The folks at Lot Metz partnered with Niederveld Engineering to come up with a parking structure below grade there that is right at the alleyway to the east of the building. So we're really proud of that, really excited about that. I think that that covers what I wanted to cover, and I can answer any questions that you may have.
All right, Commissioner, well, I'll start. So one, thank you, it's good to see you. I know many of us have been following this project for quite some time and the process that you've gone through to get here today. And I'm glad to hear that the neighborhood is happy with the design. I know that I personally have heard from some neighbors who aren't all that excited about some of the development that's happened up on the hill and some of the designs, not this one, but in other locations in Noble. So I'm really glad that you worked closely with the neighborhood and Lot 3 Metz to have something that the neighborhood feels really good about. So thank you. My question, maybe this is more for Ms. Turkelson or Mr. Klooster. In looking at the map, if I remember, and my memory could be sketchy because I'm just getting back from holiday vacation, didn't we rezone this entire block? So I'm looking at 628 to 646. Is there another development proposal for that portion of the block?
You know, my sympathies with vacation is a little light there, Mayor. You're correct. So there was a previous application that did have the entire block zoned as a development, a PRD. With this project, we unzoned or dezoned the northern portion of the block back to the low-density residential. This portion remains as a PRD and clearly supports the project in its current state.
I didn't realize we dezoned it. So when that happens, does that just go through the planning department for
Nope,
dezoning?
it
Did come
went
back?
both to Planning Commission and City Commission.
Okay, all right.
But
I
it
just don't
was
remember it. Oh, it was on CD. Okay, okay,
well over, it was just over a year ago. So
Okay.
it was quite a while ago since you've seen this project.
okay. I knew it was a while. So, okay, thank you. Thanks for jogging my memory on that. Yeah. Commissioners, additional questions?
Hi,
Commissioner Jones, go ahead.
just wanted to, I'm super excited about this. This falls within the second ward, and I think it speaks volumes, as you mentioned, Mayor, to get the support of neighborhood association, the school. I think that, and all the more excited to hear about the income, formula that is being used as well to be able to tap into those who are just, not in a position to just put up a whole lot of money to have housing. And so kudos to you all. Can't wait to be there for the turning of the dirt, the ribbon cutting, all that stuff. And again, to the mayor's point, there's been development in the past in that area that has not necessarily drawn the wonderful sentiments from the neighbors. So again, it's good to hear that you've been able to get good feedback and support from the neighborhood and the community.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Commissioner, any?
Yeah, I echo the same. Especially appreciate the attentiveness to the school across the street, because pick up and drop up is my life these days, and adding this many cars in there, I do think that it's a really unique design to be able to bury that parking. I'm sure that that's costly, but I'll say my appreciations for the income averaging as well, and as well as the MLBE support. Those numbers keep bumping up on each project that we see, and I'm so grateful for that to happen. That neighborhood is pretty special, and most of the development has been market rate up until this point. Outside of Grand Valley just is building, right, and theirs it's about half done now, but So this brings a nice balance to some of the other things that have happened in that area, which is wonderful. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Great, thank you. So Commissioners, this will go before the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority at the end of this month, and then it will be back before us in February. And then one, and maybe you said this and I missed it, timeline-wise, once the approvals are in place, are you hoping to break ground this year? Okay, okay. And then a move-in date or ribbon-cutting date for Commissioner Jones to be at?
Yeah, I think that we're on a 14-month construction schedule,
Okay, 14 months. Wonderful, thanks.
early next year.
Okay, great. All right, Commissioners, that will take us to our next item, and this is our development update, and Mr. Overman will fill us in on this.
Yes. Thank you for this opportunity to share our update for the month of December. December was a slower month for us, so I thought today I'd just kind of give a year-end kind of wrap-up on the performance of the Development Center as a whole. I know that earlier today you heard from City Manager on some of our development performance overall, but just to kind of recap that, for the city and for 2021, we had our third highest amount of construction value in the city to date. So that was $442 million throughout the area. And so it's a really good testament to the resiliency of the development economy right now through this pandemic era that we're in. Through that, we added 658 residential units, and 289 are part of the LIHTC program for lower income housing. Our team processed nearly 3,000 permits in 2021, which were almost equally distributed amongst all the wards. The primary of those being residential improvements, but we are excited to see that investment into the private properties in the area. Our innovations are showing to be effective as well. So recently we enacted a automated inspection system. In December, we received 800 calls into that system to schedule the inspections. 30 were received via text, and another 40 were received through the new website. So we're excited to see that kind of take hold, and it keeps people off the 311 call lines and kind of frees up those agents for other business as well. So that's kind of my update for today. Any questions?
It's okay to have a slow month when one of the items is a $60 million item.
I did mention that one last month, so I didn't want to reiterate myself, but yeah, we did approve the permit, the building permit for the Spectrum CTI building in December, so.
Yeah, that's exciting. Commissioners, any additional questions or comments? All right, Jeremiah, did you have anything to add?
Yeah, I want to call out the project in the third ward of 1420 Madison, right, that renovation, it's about a little over $500,000, but more importantly, we're putting, one of those tenants will be in the CDFI space, making sure that we can look at increasing, access to capital in those neighborhoods of focus. And some of that work there is looking to do that. And so I want to call attention to that investment in not only just the third ward, but just as our department's focus on that capital access. And that's good. Another, again, we have Madison Square, but also just around the corner here, this 1420 Madison is also another investment in that area that's going to be important to bringing the resources and business support services to the neighborhood itself.
Yeah, great, thanks. All right, Commissioners, any final questions about this? All right, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, and then we just have an update about our Uptown bid assessment renewal.
Good afternoon. I realize this is probably repeat for most of you up there today, but we wanted to bring this to this body as well because the Uptown bid is doing something a little different than what they've done previously. So this assessment request is going to be for a 3-year assessment, and it's going to include a 3% annual increase over those 3 years. Reason behind that is just the increase of services that they've been providing over the last several years, specifically with their ambassador program, as well as their landscaping maintenance, but specifically with the ambassadors. That's been a really successful program for them. They want to increase that service. So this is going to come back to you for a public hearing on February 22nd. But happy to take any questions if there are any additional questions besides what was asked this morning. So
All right. Commissioners, any questions? No? Okay. All right. Thank you for the heads up. Appreciate that. All right. Any final items before we adjourn? City Manager, anything to add? Good? All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll look forward to seeing you next month. And we are adjourned.